In this module, we learn about the next two types of cell organelles which form the part of the endomembrane system, that is lysosomes and vacuoles. Now let us learn about lysosomes. Lysosomes are membrane-bound vesicular structures which are formed by the process of packaging in the Golgi apparatus. These lysosomes, they are formed by the process of packaging in the Golgi apparatus. Now, lysosomes, what is present inside the lysosomes? They contain the hydrolytic enzymes. What are these hydrolytic enzymes? They can be lipases, proteases, carbohydrates. They bring about hydrolysis of larger molecules, or they break down the larger molecules into smaller molecules. And when are these hydrolytic enzymes active? They are active at the pH which is falling on the acid range. So they are active in the acidic pH and they help to digest the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids and nucleases. So they can be cellulases, proteases, lipases and nucleases in order to digest the different types of biomolecules into simpler ones. So they are also called as suicidal bags, which just break out to release the hydrolytic enzymes in order to digest a worn out cell. So thus it also helps in the repair mechanism of our body in order to remove the worn out cells in our body, or also to remove the damaged cells in our body. And thus it is acting as suicidal bags. Now let us learn about vacuoles, the last cell organelle of the endomembrane system. They are membrane-bound spaces found in the cytoplasm. And it contains, within the vacuole, it has water, the sap, the excretory products and other materials which is not useful to the cell. And the membrane which is bound around the vacuole is called as a tonoplast. The plant cells, in the plant cells, the vacuole occupies up the 90% of the volume of the cell. We can see this is a plant cell which is having the central vacuole which is occupying almost 90% of the intracellular space. And in plants, the tonoplast, which is a membrane surrounding the vacuole, it facilitates the transport of ions and other materials against a concentration gradient, that is from a lower concentration to a higher concentration into a vacuole. And hence the concentration of these ions and other materials is higher in the vacuole than when compared to the cytoplasm, because the transport of substances into the vacuole is against a concentration gradient. So this is a storage vacuole which helps in accumulating the sap, excretory products, water and other materials which is not necessary for the cell. So such vacuoles which store substances are called as storage vacuoles. Whereas in amoeba, the vacuole called as contractile vacuole is present, which helps in excretion of digested substances from the amoebal cell into the external environment. So that's called as a contractile vacuole. Whereas in many other cells like the protist cells, there are certain vacuoles called as food vacuoles. And this food vacuoles is formed by engulfing the food material that we have studied in the case of amoeba. The case of amoeba which engulfs a food material and the food is accumulated within a food vacuole with the formation of a pseudopodium. So that's about vacuole. We learned about a vacuole which is occupying about 90% of the inner space of the plant cell. And there are three types of vacuoles: the storage vacuole, the contractile vacuole and the food vacuole. The membrane surrounding the vacuole is called as the tonoplast. So dear children, in this module we learnt about the lysosomes and vacuoles. Thank you.